Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. On today's video, I'm going to be cooking up what is known around the world as the best cut of beef, the ribeye cap steak. Stay tuned. You can see, look at this bark. It's crazy. Oh man, this is perfect. It helps to start with a nice sharp knife, okay? Oh my goodness. Look at that. All right, so here's our ribeye cap steaks. Now these happen to be 100% Australian grain-fed Wagyu at that, okay? So I'm gonna open up this package and you'll be able to see the marbling that you can see right through this plastic right here. Now before I get started, I do wanna thank Grand Western Steaks for sending me these beautiful steaks. Check out the link inside the description box. Grab yourself some of this ribeye cap steak. Check out their inventory. They got some amazing cuts of beef. All right, so before I open up that package, I do like to use a cut glove just in case the knife slips on me. I wanna protect myself. So I got a cut glove. And then I also have my Nitrile Gloves that I put on top of that. All right, let's see what we got here. So one thing you got to be careful with all your meat products is careful when you're opening up that plastic. And I think we have 2 ribeye cap steaks here if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Man, look at that marbling. Ooh, man, these are going to be good. All right, so look at this beautiful marbling on this ribeye cap steak. I gotta tell you, this is gonna be really good. Now I am gonna trim a little bit of this fat because it does have some fat pockets in some areas, but not a whole lot, okay? I'm just gonna take a little bit of this fat off and try to square this up a little bit. So because the marbling is so beautiful on this ribeye cap steak, I'm gonna go ahead and remove a lot of this silver skin. Now you can leave it on there, but on some cuts of beef, it can get a little bit tough. Now this piece of meat right here is gonna be really tender by itself, okay? But I do wanna get rid of some of that silver skin. All right, so that looks good right there. Now I am gonna be cooking these on my El Charro Rodizio. And in order to put them on a skewer, I'm gonna cut this in half this way, right down the middle. Okay, just like that. All right, so I've got the ribeye cap steaks all trimmed up and I did split them in half. Now it's time to season them before I put them on my skewer. And I am gonna be using the Suckle Busters SPG. This rub right here is really tasty and I can't wait to taste this ribeye cap steak once it's all cooked up. All right, so that looks good right there. So I've got my skewer here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go through the steak, come back through it and punch through here, just like that, and come over and out one more time, okay? So just like that. I'm gonna get these other steaks on the skewer just like this, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so I've got the steaks resting in my fridge. I'm also gonna be roasting some potatoes on my El Charro, and I've got some of these baby potatoes. They call these creamer potatoes. I'm just gonna cut them in half and quarter them. These are not gonna take very long to cook, okay? So I'm just gonna quarter these potatoes here. Now, one thing I highly recommend is wash your potatoes. You know, I like to leave the skin on my potatoes. And a lot of places don't wash your potatoes. When you start eating that skin, you get into some dirt. So they do sell potato brushes. I highly recommend that you guys grab yourself one of those and scrub the outside of your potatoes. That way you can eat the skin and not have any issues with chewing down on some dirt. All right, so I've got my potatoes quartered up. I'm just gonna put them in this gallon-sized bag. Just put them in there. And I like to use these bags because it's easy cleanup. And my wife wouldn't mind washing less dishes, I gotta tell you. All right, this is a very simple potato recipe. I call this my garlic rosemary potatoes. So just grab some pepper, throw that in the bag. I got some kosher salt, throw a pinch or 2 in there. Got some granulated garlic, just like that. A little bit of rosemary leaves. It's gonna give these potatoes a really good flavor. Real simple recipe. and then throw in some olive oil. Close your bag, shake it all up. All right, so when you buy your El Charro, you can buy this basket as an option. So I'm just gonna put my potatoes in there. Right out of the bag. Just dump them in there, just like that. Ooh, man, these smell really good. Look at that. Okay, just lock them up. Let's head outside to my El Charro. Stay tuned. All right, so we're outside at my El Charro Rodizio, and my potatoes have been on for about 20 minutes, so those are getting nice and roasted there. So we've got my ribeye cap steaks here. I'm gonna put these on the top, just like that. So I want these steaks to get a really nice flavor. I am using B&B lump charcoal. This is the expert's choice. So I've got some really nice large chunks. And I'm gonna put the fourth steak right here, just like that. And I gotta tell you, this El Charro is amazing. You can put 5 skewers on the top and 5 skewers on the bottom. And there's all sorts of attachments, like this basket that I'm using today. There's also a basket if you wanna maybe roast some fish. So you guys have seen me use my El Charro before. Now this is 2 El Charros connected together, okay? So all these attachments, when you do buy this little Charro kit right here, comes with the grill itself. You can get the 2 El Charros, tie them together, and that way you're able to put 10 different skewers, 10 different foods right there. The other thing, if you want to feed some more charcoal, you just open up this lid right here, and you can put more charcoal and move your charcoal around as well. So I'm gonna let these steaks cook up for about 10 minutes. I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so the steaks have been on for about 15 minutes, and I think my potatoes are just about ready. So one of the nice things about this El Charro is that if you have food cooking and you don't think that something is quite ready, you can just leave it up here and it's gonna continue to cook with the radiant heat that's coming from our coals. So I'm just gonna open this up and check our potatoes. Oops, I lost one. Let me see here. Oh yeah. They do need some salt. And they are tasting really good. They're nice and tender. I'm gonna give them a little bit more, so I'm just gonna leave them up here, let them cook. So I'm gonna get an internal temperature on these steaks right here. Again, you can just pull it off if you want to. And I'm sitting at 92 degrees. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on the bottom and let them really start to cook, okay? Just like this. And that's the beautiful thing about this El Charro, is that you can move your food around. Say you're having a party and your guests are running a little bit late, you can put everything on the top, and if they arrive, you can put everything on the bottom and start cooking everything really fast. All right, so I'm gonna let these steaks cook for about 5 minutes on the bottom row there. We'll come back and check the internal temperature. Stay tuned. All right, our ribeye cap steaks are ready. Now I did take 2 of them to 125, let them rest, and they got to about a 135 internal. And this is one of them right here. This is the way I like them, kind of a medium to medium rare. And my wife and daughter like them a little bit more done than that. So I've got a couple pieces for them that I took to about 145, then pulled them, okay? All right, so here's our steak right here. As you can see, the grain runs this way right here. So I'm just gonna take a couple of slices. Ooh, man, that is tender. Now that was a pretty thin edge right there. So that one's a little bit more well done. But look at that. Nice pink center. Oh man, nice and juicy. This is gonna be good. And this Dow Strong knife is cutting right through this meat. It's really nice and tender. And I wish you guys could smell this. Look at that. Is that gorgeous or what? All right, let's check out our roasted potatoes. Oh man, these are perfect. Basket full of taters right here. Oh yes. All right, to this, I'm gonna add a little bit of fleur de sel, just on the top like this. Also add some to the potatoes. All right, I've got the steak cut up, and I gotta tell you, this looks absolutely amazing. Let's give it a taste. All right, let's give this Wagyu ribeye cap steak a try. I cannot wait, because it smells absolutely delicious. Just gonna grab one of these medium rare pieces right here and cut a little piece off. Just like that. Here we go. That is like butter, just melts in your mouth. This is really good. All right, so my first impressions on this Australian Wagyu, it's absolutely delicious. It has a really good beefy flavor, nice and tender, really nice and juicy. I'm liking this Australian Wagyu. All right, let's give our fire roasted potatoes a try as well. Here we go. Just like that steak, those potatoes just melt in your mouth. Don't forget to check out Grand Western Steaks. I'm gonna leave a link inside my description box and also a link on where you can grab yourself one of these El Charro units like we cooked on today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, Joe at Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. See ya.